Hey guys, how are you? This is Amar, and I'm happy because I'm recording during the day. And this is like literally natural light. And most of the time, I've been recording these videos pretty late in the night, not even in the evening. It's like sometimes 10, 11, midnight. Yesterday, I recorded post midnight. So that's not a good thing. So today, I'm recording. I just took a bath, and I'm looking very fresh and sexy. Thank you. So that's why we're recording during the day, and the good thing is that I open the book. I generally don't really choose what subject we're doing. I generally open the book of quotations from where I'm reading these thoughts, and whatever subject generally comes, I pick the subject until the subject is literally lame, like peanuts, until the subject is as lame as that. I generally pick the subject that comes when I open the book. So today, as I open the book, the subject has come. My favorite subject in the world that I always talk about, happiness, right? So the subject is happiness. So we'll do like 2-3 thoughts on happiness. Let's do 2-3 thoughts. Not just one thought. Let's just 2-3 thoughts, right? Cool. So the first thought that we're doing on happiness is by Joseph Edison. Joseph Edison. And the thought says, 3 grand essentials of happiness in this life are something to do, something to love. Actually, it should be someone to love. What do you mean something to love? And something to hope for, right? And it's actually one of the most famous quotes there is on happiness. 3 grand essentials to happiness in life are something to do, something to love, and something to hope for. So let's break this down. Something to do. We gotta have something to do to fill our days, right? Because we spend a lot of time at work, and our works, like Steve Jobs says, takes an important part of our lives. We spend most of our lives at work. So unless we do something that we find meaningful and enjoyable, that gives us joy, life cannot be happy. So something to do, something to love, largely someone to love, right? So if because we don't just crave to be loved, we also crave to love as human beings, right? We want to love. So if you want to be happy, you need someone to love, right? Otherwise, life's lonely. It's not purposeful. It's not fun, because unless you have someone to share your joys and your pains with, life has no meaning. It's not worth living. Because ideally, when you're happy, you want to call someone and say, "Hey, I want to share my happiness," right? Similarly, when you're in pain, you want to call someone and say, "Hey, listen, I'm in pain." You gotta have someone. Otherwise, it's very lonely, and being lonely is not happy, right? And something to hope for. What is to hope for? Something to hope for means, for example, I really hope that one day thousands or maybe millions of people will watch these videos and find some happiness out of these videos. That's something I hope for. So that's something I'm working towards. Hope is something that you apply towards the future. Hope, in the context of time, we have past, we have present, we have future. So hope is something that we apply to our future. We feel hopeful for future. So I am hopeful that one day this channel will grow, and a lot of people will find happiness from these videos. I'm spending time recording every day because I believe one day this channel will grow. I really think so. Cool. So that's one thought of happiness. We want to do one more. Let me find one. This thought also looks good. So let's do this one. Henry Frederick Emil. That's the author of the thought, and the thought says, we must dare to be happy. That's the reason I picked it, because I like the word dare. We must dare to be happy and dare to confess it. We must dare to be happy and dare to confess it, regarding ourselves always as the depositories, not as the authors of our own joy. We must dare to be happy and dare to confess it. We must dare to be happy. Dare. That's important, right? Because it takes a lot of courage to be happy. In an unhappy, miserable world where most people don't dare to be happy, because they compromise their lives, because most people in the world have compromised their life. Most people are living an unhappy, miserable life, not doing stuff they love, not spending time with people they love. It's a miserable life, and most people have compromised with that life, right? So dare to be happy. It takes courage to be happy. Dare to confess it. Say when you are happy, confess that you're happy, like I did right now, because we're recording this in natural light. Regarding ourselves always as a depositories, deposit happiness, not as the authors of our own joy. Okay, so I disagree with this. We've got to be the authors of our own joy. I just worked out for 1 hour, and that makes me happy. So that way I'm the author of my own joy. Doing these videos makes me happy. Doing whatever I do makes me happy, right? So we got to create our happiness. So we kind of, that way we are the authors of our own joy, right? So be the authors of your own joy and dare to be happy. Cool. So those are two thoughts I really liked, and there's another one. There's another beautiful one. Let's do that one also. There's another beautiful one. We'll do this also. It's not in doing what you like. It's not in doing what you like, but in liking what you do. That is the secret of happiness. It's not in doing what you like, but liking what you do. This is a bullshit thought. Don't believe it. This can destroy your life. Okay, it says it's not in doing what you like, but in liking what you do. That's the secret of happiness. You can't make yourself like something you don't naturally like. You can't make yourself like something that you can't naturally like. So if you don't like mathematics as a student, you can't make yourself like it, no matter how much you try, because naturally we're given certain talents, we're not given certain talents. So no matter how much you try, if you don't naturally have an inclination for mathematics, no matter how much effort you put in, you will not be able to make yourself like it. So this is a bullshit thought. There's miserable people who have never tasted happiness say shit like this. It's by James M. Barrie, and he was a horrible guy. So it says it is not in doing what you like, but liking what you do. That's the secret of happiness. That's bullshit. It is in doing what you like. That is the secret of happiness. So do what you naturally like, because you can't force yourself to like what you don't like. It's a very important funda of life. This sounds very simple, but it's one of the most important fundas of life, and most people fuck it up. Do what you like. Don't make yourself like what you do, because you can't. No matter how much you try, we can't go against nature. Alright, cool. So those are the thoughts of the day. We did like 3 thoughts on happiness. So because it was happiness, and I'm also writing a post on how to be kind. Hopefully I'll finish it today. I've not been able to finish it for the last few days because I was busy with some stuff that pays. So I was busy with that, right? So I'll hopefully complete that post. Check out amarwani.blog. It's one of the biggest repositories of positive stuff on the internet. I guarantee you. Check it out, amarwani.blog, the happiness blog. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll upload this one. I'm also recording one poem because there's a poetry book I'm reading. So check those videos out also. Every poem is a poem for kids. It's a poetry series for kids. So check that out. And there's a child inside all of you. Don't lie. There's a child inside all of us. Okay, cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.